Oh, well, welcome back to Out Hiking the Fundy Tides Part 3. I'm here at Goose Creek with my brother Philip and his son Patrick.
Hi.
We're here ready to go tomorrow morning at early in the morning, probably 6 o'clock, and we're going to head down towards the Vernon Copper Mine. We're really hoping to get our eyeballs on that and see what we can find for remnants of that. Then we're going to continue on to Rose Brook, stay there for the night, and then head to Point Wolf. So the weather's looking great, and seeing what tomorrow's going to bring. Yeah. Here we are at Mackerel Cove, and partway across is Jim Brook. It hardly even looks like a brook. Later on in the summer there may not be much water coming out of there, so you may not even recognize it as a brook. Nice little waterfall. It's rained for a couple days before this, so that's why there's a fair amount of water coming over it. This is the site of the Vernon Copper Mine. Geologist Bill Gardiner researched that in 1864 there were about 40 men employed at the mine working on 3 different veins. The miners' camp was at the top of the cliff where there were streets, a large number of houses, schoolhouse, church, large store, and a road from Goose River. There was a boarding house and storehouse built just above the high tide mark at the Point of Rocks. In 1903, a wharf 250 feet long by 36 feet wide was constructed. A tunnel 400 feet long with a tramway the entire length of the tunnel was in full production. Later that year, a storm swept away the wharf and buildings. Companies bought and sold ownership of the mine over the next 40 years, with very little mine development taking place. There were further test hole drillings in 1954, 1969, and in 1984. All with very positive results, but the Bay of Fundy has proved to be a challenge no company wants to take on again. Here are some of the metal pins at the Vernon Copper Mine that held down some of the buildings, I understand, and this is at the Point of Rocks. A few more over there, a couple more I guess. It's not all waving, there's lots of sections of beach to walk on. Makes it nice. So here we are heading into Rose Brook. It's a small brook, and it's also a small spot for campsites, as I recall. Not a great abundance, so 2 or 3 tents would be max, I think, if I remember correctly. And then Point Wolf or Goose River is that way, but the tide's already starting to come in, and we wouldn't be able to make around those points, so we're going to hike that on the next low tide. And now I think we're right over there by those trees. Welcome to Rose Brook. Yeah, there's a bear box over there. Philip, what's on the go for Saturday supper?
Tonight's supper, we've got a rice medley and flakes of chicken.
Sounds
and
superb.
The chicken, we just caught him here a little while ago, and he's been deboned, and we've got him in the pot. So we're looking forward to this. It's gonna be a great supper. Peter, what's on the dessert menu for tonight for supper?
Tonight we have chocolate mocha pudding. I'm just getting it stirred up here, and I'll put it in the brook here for 30 minutes, and it'll chill it and gel and be superb.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Here we are, day 3. We're at Rose Brook, and we're just about to head out to Goose River. It's 9 o'clock. Boat tide's at 9:30, so we're hoping to hit it just right at low tide and get around the corner without too much waiting. And pull in there and have a little bit of break and hit the Fundy National Park trail.
It is? I tried to go over here, but it's looking deep over here too. Just check with your... Not that bad.
Here we are at Goose River. Tide is out. I'm just gonna head up and see if anybody's camping there. Maybe just parking on the logs there. We take a look over the crest. Fine looking camp hikers.
We didn't get our underwear wet.
That's success.
That's a good sign.
There he goes. Oh. The other way. Oh, chicks. Oh, that's why. There's chicks. That wasn't a mouse, it was chicks.
Oh my god. Look, one right there too. See it?
Yeah, and over there. Two up there.
They're all over the place.
Yeah. That's why she came towards us. There you have it, out hiking the Fundy Tides Part 3. It took about an hour to go from Goose Creek to Rose Brook, 2 hours that is, and then 45 minutes to go from Rose Brook to Goose River, and 2.5 hours from Goose River to Point Wolf. Again, it is doable, but you have to really watch the tides. You have to know the tides. They need to be under 2.0 feet. These tides that we traveled on were at 0.0. So even though we had to do some wading, it was still okay. But you can imagine if it was 2 feet or higher on the low tide, you'd be chest deep or higher.
So it is a fun trip and places where most people will never see, and it's just beautiful. So hope you get to try it out sometime.
Oh, I didn't know you were on. It was more than I expected.
Philip, how was your trip?
It was more than I expected. It was tough, but rewarding. Always wanted to do that, and now I take that off the bucket list. So,
Patrick, what was the highlight for you?
Just going through the tides was pretty awesome and great experience. And we're all tired now and happen to be laying down, but yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
Good.